Welcome back. Shall we continue? Shall we? Profit. The thought never even crossed my mind, but standing about lamenting my naivety will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Akira, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack of business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Nerd Trading Company, but if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be lent by you. You may repay my faith by journeying to the distant Kugane and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Aetherite in Ulda. A fair journey to you, Akira, and a swift one if you please. All right. There's another. You know. You know. All right. Let's. Fuck it. Okay, this is the map I'm used to. I promise. I promise. I will go. Continue. Don't worry. Just a small detour. A little redemption. Dun 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 dun. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shoot. This is so weird using keyboard. I swear to God. There we go. And if you already know, I'm used to playing on controller on my PS4. So, ooh, hello there. Damn. Okay, nothing around there. Okay, so someone's falling from there, so I'm guessing the other side. No? Alright, cool. Okay, silver. What the fuck? Okay, where is the gold? Okay. That's a fine cat girl ass, I would say. So, fine, fine indeed. There we go. And rip. Oh well. We got all the trophies, so we just have to go through the exit, and here are so many people pouncing on falling to their death. Ah, shoot. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hello there. There we go. Redemption! Alright. Yes. Anyways. No more games. Yes? Give me a second. Aetherite. Ruby Bazaar. What is this? Okay. This is a dungeon I probably will do because I really like that dungeon per se. New King of the Block. Let's see. Dream of Shugane. Let's see. Songs of Kikugane. The Dramatic Personage. What the fuck? Second. I think this is it. It's not it. Oh wait. I think I know what it is. Son of a bitch. I don't have the. Okay, whatever. That's research for another day. Anyways, I'm thinking 50% will be the 24 man ring. Greetings, honored. Yes. Oh yeah, we are gonna see Tataru. Where are you? Where's Tataru? You bastard! Akira, to what do I owe a pleasure, or are you ready for here on business? I am both. I beg your pardon, Her Grace of the Sultanate would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Uda. Oh, my dear Akira, I have you to thank for this recognition. I'm sure I am flattered that you came to me. Truly flattered. But why so with a lowly apprentice? When you could have the master upon matters of profit, there is no little soul better qualified to her advice, Her Grace, than Chairman Lolorito, a man whose morning excursions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. I should be happy to arrange a meeting with you, say at the Science former headquarters in Thailand. The Waking Sense would seem a suitable neutral venue of negotiations. Don't you think? Fare you well, Akira, and may your dealings prove fruitful. All right. Let me just double check on this. Okay, that is indeed my theory was correct. All right. Do do do. Oh shit. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, that's a blue mage. Mm, mm, mm. Welcome back, Akira. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? With Lodorito and you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standings in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monasteries at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of a man. I must learn how to treat him with him if I am to rule Ulda effectively. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go to the Waking Stands and prepare for his coming. Oh, well, hello there. So this is where the science first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. To work then, the hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help. You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira? Hmm?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate. This plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Huh, I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gear Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Yes, Quarry Town certainly does carry the potential for profit. At least it would do were it situated anywhere near a lucrative market. It would cost more to transport the materials than they are worth, in my humble opinion. Yes, if a stable trade route can be established between Uldar and Alamigo, then Alagiri would once more become an important waypoint. But while such growth would greatly benefit its current residents, I'm afraid it could sustain little beyond that. Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the Saltry and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenard Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Bum, bum. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. but I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest in securing his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Akira. I could not have done it without you. Of course, it is decided I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particular of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Akira, I would ask that you convey the details of the negotiations to Commander Hex on your return to Alamigo. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the peoples of Alamigo and Ul'dah both. Alright. You need not accompany me back to the palace. I will have Papa Shan arrange an escort. That is, if he hasn't already organized a search party. I've been absent for rather longer than intended. Oops. Okay. Yeah. Welcome back, Akira. How was the audience with the Sultana? In your absence, I have kept myself busy categorizing the riches of Mad King Tros and calculating its worth in gil. I have some way to go, but the figure is actually quite staggering. Greetings, Akira. I'm actually in the middle of reporting to the commander here, so... Ah, you're back. What did Nanamo... Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So Raban says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know, but I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the sanctuary does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convince her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all that that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But on a more practical note, least, assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal. After all, and allowing Ul'dah to provide the entirety of the capital with afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Afno, it's like Kugane never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss the proposal with the Saltari residents. Riskar, how do you fancy explaining the Sultan's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Akira? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. Should what wish to discuss figures, more knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. What manner of mischief brings you young uns to old what this time, eh? They want to rebuild the sanctuary, Granddad. Akira, tell him about the deal. Well, bugger me. We're never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was. But it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to call the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Granddad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I appreciate that, Riskar, my lad. Truly, I would. So, does that mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Akira? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties, and teach me how to deal with them? Let's not waste any time, then. I'll see you by the lock. Willis, you are busy attending to the local fauna. I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore this altar to its former glory. Good hunting. Alright, so let's summon my chocobo and take stance. There we go. Right then, Akira, I've got a spyglass with here you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you've got their measures, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I can get on. Okay, search for surroundings for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and zoom out. Target a yabby and inspect it with the mouse click. Okay, what the fuck am I missing? Okay, look more about the Yabi. Observe the Yabi to determine its vulnerabilities. Discover the okay. Let's see. The Yabi's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the undersides of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Looks like you found a Yabi. They say hitting their skulls like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Aim for the soft side of the head. Just hit it as hard as you can. Vulnerable under the head. Are they? Right then. Wish me luck. Dun 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 dun. Listen, wait. I should have said the hit it as hard as you can. Oh my god. Thanks, Akira. I did just as you told me, and the wavekin went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. Wait, so I can actually make him fail? I can handle the Abbeys now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Alright. Do. Do, do. The Probad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the Salt Golem animated. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Ah, a Probad. How do I defeat one of those? Oh god, let's see. Let's see. As hard as I can, well, simply strategies are often the best. Here it goes. god. Oh, good. Oh, that was funny. It's not easy finding the liberator of Alamigo, watching your every move, but I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Akira. I feel a lot better, prepared for my patrols now. Hey, Rod, we should head back to the sanctuary before Granddad starts to worry. I've been snipped into pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. Man, I should have done the other one. God damn it. Oh well. Bam, 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 bam. Bam, 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 bam. So you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasties then, did you? I fought them myself after a bit of instructions from Akira here. Like, once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad, a fine young man you've become. Whiskar, a fine young man indeed. Too often of late, I hear tales of folk over in the city drunk over victory and hungry for revenge. Their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future, on things real, and prove our lot. Things like getting the sultry ready to welcome our long lost countrymen. All right. This concludes this episode of 14. We shall continue in the next episode. So, till then, fare thee well.